Hey, monkeys! How you doing? Damien Keys here. If you build it, they will come. It's just simply not true. It's great for a Hollywood movie, but in real life, it's just not enough. And I'm watching bands live and die by this mantra all of the time. If we make a single and put it out there, people will start to see it. If we put an album and put it out there, people will buy it. If we book gigs, people will come down. No, we don't live in those times anymore. If we build it and we distribute it like an absolute motherfucker, then people will pay attention to it, and then possibly we can build it over a period of time. But it isn't this magic wand of building something, putting it out there, and just waiting for the magic to happen. It doesn't work like that. As musicians, don't live in constant disappointment by creating something and not getting the desired result that you wanted again and again and again. It's the execution and the distribution that count nowadays. It's more than just building. You have to put the work in to do it. And here's 3 things. If you are a creative and you're struggling with your distribution and you're great at creating things, then you have options. If you are struggling to build your YouTube videos, if you are struggling to get the likes on Facebook, yes, we can develop it and we can make better content. However, the distribution side to it is important, and here's 3 things that you can do. Number 1, bring in your friends, your family, the super fans, the guys that are there for you, that want to help you, and say to them, I need help with this. I feel like I'm creating good stuff and I don't feel like I'm good at distributing it yet. I'll get better at it, but please, will you help me? Will you help me distribute my stuff? Will you help me get it out there on Facebook? Will you help me get it out there on Facebook groups, on forums, on Instagram? Will you help me push it to the right people? And use the people who have the time and are there for you, who want to help you. That is option number 1. Number 2, you pay for it. You do what the world has done for decade after decade after decade. You make your product and you pay for your advertising. People don't like to pay for advertising, but that's what it's there for. That is the world that we live in. We are in a world where you walk out of your house and you open your eyes and advertising is all over the place and everywhere because you're trying to cut through that noise. And if you're good at advertising, you can do that. Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, whatever you choose it to be, don't just make the assumption that it's shit and write it off. Get good at it, make it work. If you haven't got any money, then the 3rd option, and this is the best option, you learn. You figure this out by learning, talking to people. You go on YouTube and you actually put in search engines, you watch clip after clip on how to do this. You find people like me that can help you with it, and you learn the intricacies, the tiny details that make a difference between getting 10 likes and getting 50 likes, between getting 100 views and getting 500 views. You learn the algorithms of Facebook and you learn to play the game. You learn the algorithms of YouTube and you learn to play the game, and you put the work in and you experiment and you just go, it's going to take me years to figure this out, but every single day I'll get a little bit better at it. And instead of just working at the creating, you work at the distribution, which is the bit that lets most musicians down. And those are your options. You bring in your friends and you say, I need help with this. I need to spread the word. I'm not very good at it myself yet, but I'll get better. Help me. Number 2, I'm going to find some money and I'm going to put it into the right areas to experiment with advertising. And you don't just put a tenner in and go, that didn't work, because you can't utilize an entire £10 and say advertising doesn't work. You really spread out. You put money in over a period of time and you experiment. And number 3, you sit and you spend hours learning how to distribute. Those are your options. So stop thinking, if you build it, they will come. If you build it and you tell everyone and you market it and you experiment and you make it better, then they will come. Have a think about it. Put the work in. If you're not sure, give me a shout. I'd really appreciate it if you like the video, subscribe on YouTube, hit me up on Instagram. Instagram's my new email. Hit me up on Instagram. Still on Snapchat. I'm trying to produce different content for each one. So come and find me on different platforms, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.